I have another book I'm going to read to you. This is called Planets Around the Sun by Seymour Simon. Planets around the sun. We live on a planet called Earth. Earth is one of the 9 planets that travel around the sun. The sun and everything that travels around it are called the solar system. Here's our sun in the middle. Here's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. This is an asteroid belt, which are like floating rocks. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, teeny tiny Pluto. It's so tiny, it's called a dwarf planet. The sun is a giant ball of fiery hot gases. If Earth were the size of a basketball, the sun would be as big as a basketball court. Mercury is closest to the sun. During the day, its temperature is almost 800 degrees. But at night, the temperature drops to nearly 300 degrees below zero. So it's super, super hot during the day and super, super cold during the night. Venus is about the same size as Earth, but it's very different. Thick clouds cover the planet and it has no water. Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system. Earth is the only planet that has water on its surface. If Earth were closer to the sun, the oceans would boil away. If it were farther away, the oceans would freeze. Earth's moon is not a planet. Planets travel around the sun. Moons travel around planets. Even though Earth's moon is 250,000 miles away, it is our closest neighbor. So here's our moon, and these are phases of the moon. New moon, it's dark, you can't see it. Crescent moon is just a sliver of moon. Quarter moon is half the moon. A gibbous moon, and a full moon. The full moon is the brightest. The surface of Mars is a red, dusty soil. Spacecraft from Earth have landed on Mars. People are interested in looking for signs of life there, but so far they have found no signs of life. And you could see this little spacecraft here. It landed on Mars. Took some pictures. Jupiter is much larger than all the other planets combined. The surface of Jupiter is an ocean of liquid hydrogen 10,000 miles deep. The great red spot right here is a giant storm on Jupiter. This storm is bigger than Earth. So this red spot right here is a giant storm. I wouldn't want to be in that storm, would you? Yeah. Saturn is the second largest planet, and this one's my favorite because it's so pretty. Saturn has rings made of pieces of ice, rock, and dust. Some pieces are smaller than a dime. Think how teeny tiny a dime is. And others are as big as a house. Those are some pretty big rocks. Uranus is a green planet. Its very thin rings are made of an unknown black material. Uranus has 5 large moons and at least 16 smaller ones. Wow, we only have 1 moon. He has 5 large moons and 16 smaller ones. Neptune is a blue-green planet with giant storms on its surface. Freezing winds blow across Neptune at speeds of up to 700 miles an hour. I would not want to visit Neptune. I don't even like the cold weather. Pluto is the coldest planet. It is a distant ball of frozen gases and rock. Some scientists think that it's too small to be called a planet, but most people still call Pluto the 9th planet of our solar system. Not anymore, because he's a dwarf planet, so we don't consider him part of our solar system anymore. There he is. Asteroids are chunks of rock. They are much smaller than planets. About 4,000 asteroids circle the sun between Mars and Jupiter. This area is called the asteroid belt. Far out in space, other planets circle other stars, but no one knows if any distant planets are like Earth. We still have much to learn about planets and stars. The end. And there's some fun facts about all the planets. The end. Thanks for joining.